Modded.
Thing.
Right guys, welcome back to episode 22 of Show Me the Modded Thing. As usual, deadlines for submission is the 13th of the month. Send it to showmethemoddedthing@gmail.com. And first up we have TrentonD with his modified ECS10. And when I say modified, I mean, boy, is it modified. It had me scratching my head at first until I recognised that telltale triangular cutout at the front of the muzzle. And then I could actually work out what was going on. And he's done a bit of a Gary Ashby here. He's taken a Stampede, hacked off the rear end, and shoehorned it onto the rear of the ECS10. And he's done a really, really impressive integration here. I'm actually sitting here at my computer blowing up the images, seeing if I can see putty marks and so on and so forth. And it is not. It is just so clean and sharp. It's beautiful. He's done a really nice, neat integration. It looks really good. I love the paint scheme because I'm into all this realistic stuff and everything. You obviously still for safe gameplay with the orange muzzle. I even like the way he's incorporated the muzzle plate from the Centurion underneath the hand grip there. That's really, really cleverly done. He doesn't tell me a lot about it. All he tells me is it's a black modulus ECS10, full auto mod, and has a solenoid catch so it can be fired with the push of a button. Still working out the kinks. And that's all he says. So, other than that, just beautiful work, man. Beautiful work. I'm going to have to start chopping up Stampedes now. Right, next up we've got a rather brave RichardH. What he's got here, he says it's a Fortnite SHHH 18 mag mod, whatever that means. He says he's gutted out the original 3-dart holder, dremeled out room for a new mag, and permanently placed a mag using hot glue and 2-part epoxy in the left side of the shell. The mag must line up perfectly to the dart breech to ensure the dart doesn't jam when priming a new dart. A silencer barrel attachment, Montana spray paint, cell shaded, Borderlands video game inspired. And that's it. I mean, that's pretty ballsy, permanently gluing a magazine in your Nerf blaster. But again, it fits the bill perfectly. But this looks really good. It looks like I mean, if you could fit some flywheels in there, you'd have a cool little full auto pistol, wouldn't you? And a huge magazine to go with it. It's very nicely done. The cell shading again just sets it off, shows you what sort of genre he's going for, and also the colour scheme makes it perfectly safe to run around outside and have some Nerf mayhem. Right, next we have PurpleBudget again. I still love that name. And he's done himself a Boba Fett blaster, what's it called? The EE3 carbine. He says he's started with a Nerf Fortnite flare with the ZDL inline short dart clip mod. Oh, okay, so he's put an inline clip mod inside it as well. I was getting good ranges until I tried to upgrade the spring. He recommends not doing that, and he's even provided photographic evidence of a good reason not to. Thank you very much, Papa. Everybody can use that information. He said, I've then 3D printed an extended barrel and made a custom stock out of pine and steel and attach it to the blaster. I also added a cosmetic scope that I found on the side of the road. That'd be cheap. And it's not the traditional pencil thin sight, but I think it gives it character. And it does. It looks all right. I don't see why not. I then painted it and gave it a slight dry brushing to give additional highlights, and also dry brushed the front of the barrel orange for obvious safety reasons. Good, so he doesn't want to get shot. The amount of orange there, I'd probably go a bit more. Another idea I've had for that, if you want a realistic blaster you still want to play with outside, get yourself an orange balloon, put it over the muzzle, cut the tip off, you've got an orange muzzle. You know, just be sensible, guys. Don't go out there with black blasters. But, yeah, very nicely done, good idea. I mean, this is the sort of thing you want to do, guys. You want to get out there and test yourself, see what you can come up with just what you can find around the place. You don't need the most expensive tool or blaster or bit of steel to make a nice mod. Look at something like Mad Max. scouring through scrap piles and rummage sales to find bits and pieces to make their costumes for the movie. And this is, you know, big Hollywood thing, and they're spending, you know, $15 on a complete costume for somebody. So, you know, this is a good pointer of a way to go, how you can make your own individual unique stuff. Well done, Papa, well done. Moving on. Right, next up we have another rig. John T. He sent a few in a few weeks ago, and I split them up. So here's the second one. It's a build for a post-apocalyptic lark, so I focus on a grimy, scrap, beat-up kind of look. And this is a Nerf knockout that I converted into a Time 3 Elite shotgun. The barrels are brass. Oh, I see. So he's got 3 barrels in that tin at the front. Unfortunately, he hasn't given us a front shot to see that. The barrels are brass, AR removed, and a beefy spring upgrade. I've been calling her the polite rebuttal. Okay, fair enough. And this harks back to what I was saying just earlier. This is definitely Mad Max look. Bit of tape on the grip, the rust, the dirt, using an actual metal can. I mean, that's brilliant. That's really good. It's the sort of thing I do. Really, really nicely done. Weathering, of course, I love. It just looks so good. And yeah, you can't fault it, because he's had an idea of what he wants to make it for, the genre it fits in, and he's made it, and it works. It's really, really well done. Yeah, excellent stuff, excellent stuff. Moving on. Right, next up we have one from Jeremy Z, and I'm a bit flattered. He says it's inspired by my own ECS10 mod. He's got it finished a lot quicker than I did. He says he's used parts from a Deploy, integrated as well parts from a Nerf Firefly. It runs on a 2S LiPo battery and has Fang revamped motors in a 43mm cage and containment crew Cyclone flywheels. And he sent a little movie to prove that point. And it's amazing. The pusher is from a Nerf Rapid Strike and has a Worker 130 motor driving the pusher. He's even included a couple of in-progress shots of the internals, and I've included these in here because you can see the actual work. Okay, it's rough and there's hot glue everywhere and there's roughly cut bits of plastic, but he's got the pieces in place. That's all you need to do. You don't have to cut perfect lines and drill perfect holes and all that sort of things. Be careful with tools, yes, of course. But, you know, if you haven't done a mod yet, dive in. Nerf blasters, especially the flywheel ones with electronics, they've got everything you need inside them. You don't have to buy another thing. You've got switches, you've got cable, you've got flywheels, you've got motors. And like Jeremy's done here, he's taken a motor from here and a pusher from the Rapid Strike and chucked them together and made them work. And that's all you have to do. Very creative. Even though if I inspired it, but very creative. Very nicely done. Thank you, Jeremy. Moving on. Right, another one here from the colour Punk, and he says it's a Nerf Retaliator with a metal finish, with a red dot scope and a mega dart barrel. It has a custom rear stock with a clip holder and kid-safe laser on the stock up front. But he's got this cute carrying case with the blue LED lights in it, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but only one really clear image, and I believe he says yes, it's a work in process, so he may send a finished image sometime for the future. Okay, very nice. Moving on. And now a light show of a different kind here. This is from Adam D, and he says he calls it the Glowbird, another full auto band blasters build. Fluorescent orange PLA reacts to the UV light and the body glows in the dark. Pretty impressive. It has hits at 190 to 200 FPS and has about a 20 darts a second with Talon mags. Now, Adam has sent me videos. But it's certainly an impressive little thing just sitting there glowing in the dark. Very nicely done. Heard a lot about Bland Blasters. Very good, very high quality prints and very nice fit outs with the flywheels and the motors. You can get some really good speeds and velocities and rates of fire and all that sort of thing. And it's a nice compact thing too. Quite like that. Quite like that. Right, now last one today is from Phone Dark Dad, and I've been saving this up because it's so cool. Now this first image is what he found on eBay, and I hope I don't get sued for copyright. But he's taken this blaster and changed it to this. I mean, looks nothing as much as like an M79 grenade launcher. And it's got those little shells there that hold 3 rounds each. And he says, I bought it because I like the shape. I decided on a World War II like paint job, and I think it came out well. Each shell launches 3 darts internally, and I found a spring that I was able to double, brass the shells and painted it. It launches darts with a shotgun style about 25 to 30 feet with a nice spread of about 3 feet in diameter. Just what you need for HVZ. I printed the leaf sight to add authenticity. Yeah, he hopes I like it, and I do. And when I read that about the leaf sight, I realised that's exactly what he modelled it on, the M79, because they've got this gigantic leaf sight on the front. But that is really, really nicely done. I really like the way he's just taking a standard shot blaster and just with a bit of paint and a little bit of creativity on the inside with the spring, he's made a cool little toy. Well done. I'm going to have to hunt one of these down. Buy one straight away. Very nicely done. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I will do another movie next month, I guess. Bye.